strategy.
And then one day, because I talked about how I gained weight, which I've lost the weight, by the way. So people were like, oh my God, how did you gain weight? So I was saying, oh, this is what I ate. And they're like, how can you afford it? I said, so you insult me, but you don't get money. Lol, let me put you on. So it was like that. It wasn't like, oh, I just woke up one night and said I wanted to create content. No, I woke up regular chick, posted because I saw everybody posting. It was supposed to be on my draft. I posted it. In fact, I made a mistake with the date. I wanted to delete it. Next thing, that evening, it was blowing up. That evening, it got on Yaba Left. That evening, like it was crazy. It was an entire thing.
That's a lot.
Family members were calling me, friends. Like, Adeife, we saw you. I'm like, please, I know. And then, I just decided, I just transitioned into like very seamlessly.
I'm just going to
talking
make
about
money from this.
I wasn't even thinking about making money from it. I didn't know I could make money from content because I wasn't planning it. I didn't know people could make money.
You just wanted to have fun.
So I just wanted to, because I saw that, okay, people don't have money. And then I was working remotely at the time. I was a writer. And I was like, why not just share my journey as a writer? And I just started sharing my journey working remotely. I started sharing my journey. And people started saying, oh, can you teach me, man? I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I love to teach. I love to talk. And that was it. I didn't monetize my content until after a year. I didn't know I could monetize my content.
Okay. So that brings me to remote worker. We generally, we try to address business owners and then entrepreneurs, people with idea that they want to build. But we also realize that some people are just not business owners.
Yeah.
They're not cut out for it. And in a landscape like Nigeria, remote work is one of the most convenient things you can do. Yeah. Because you don't have to deal with the sun or the traffic or whatever. You can just sit down in your house, do your work, make your money. Yeah. And then you've built a community around this, right? What is the one trait that you see in people, like when you're giving people career advice, what's that one trait that you see them and you say, okay, you don't need to go into business, just do remote work. Or for you, I think remote work will work really well for you, and this is the area you should tackle. When people come to you that, what can I do? How do you decide, okay, what's this person?
To be honest, I think it's tenacity. One thing business has taught me is, especially business in Nigeria, is people will test your madness. And it's very, I would say, it's more rewarding, it's very difficult. Like running a business, being outside. If you don't have that, and it's so easy to spot when someone has it, and how they can deal with stress. If you can't, I would say don't even bother. Don't, like, seriously, everybody wants to be a business owner. We all glamorize it.
Until they see the other side.
There's this meme, me talking about having a business.
Me actually
doing a business. Yeah, like everybody was like, it's like, oh my God, I'm a CEO. Like, okay. And
everybody wants to be CEO.
You put CEO on your bio until it's time to do the work. So like I say, you don't need to run a business to make money. I think there's this misconception that if you're not a CEO, you're not making money. That's a lie. To be honest, I would say something. I have friends that work 9 to 5 that make way more money than I do. And they would never run their own business. And it's fine. Like, you don't have to do that. If you don't have body for stress, you cannot shout, you can't think, you can't work under pressure, don't even do it. Just find a 9 to 5 job that will pay you well. And you'll be fine. Not everybody is
and build your career.
The thing is, the money, and when you ask people that want to even start this business, the kind of money they are looking for is small money. Like $5,000 will solve their problem. Why are you going into business? Go and find a job. It's not that deep. If $5,000 can solve your problem
right now,
your monthly problem, so that's how you open store.
If you're not looking to build a legacy or really bring some value, you just want to make money, and it's $5,000.
For $5,000, that's why you want open store.
Go and find job.
Go and see that somewhere. You will get a job that will pay you that. But the thing about business is your first 6 months, you might not even make the 5K. Yeah, like there's revenue and there's profit. You can even make the 5K and your profit is still 0. Right? But if you're working remotely, your 5K is your 5K.
Yeah. That's true.
Companies will even give you data allowance. This one allowance. Sometimes they will give you
your
laptop.
5K is really just your 5K.
Is your 5K. But if you're running a business, your 5K, in fact, you might be owing people out of that 5K.
Out of that, your 5K.
You might be a minus.
Your 5K might actually be minus 2K.
If you don't have the body for stress, if you can't think, you can't work under pressure, like, don't bother. It's seriously not that deep. I know it's all glamorized. Like, oh my God, I want to
Okay. So for you, what brought about the transition? You said you were working as a remote worker, and you have also mentioned that you run a business or perhaps businesses. What brought about the transitioning from being
So
9 to 5?
for me, I've always known that I was very good with leadership.
Okay.
And even when I was working, it was more freelance. I got fired from my 9 to 5.
Okay.
After like a
you see,
month.
I like this because it's realistic. You are telling us the truth. Some
I'm
people
not
will come
lying.
and say, I just decided to leave.
No, I got
you
fired
got
from my 9 to 5
fired.
after a month.
1 month. You did not cut it. Wait, explain. Okay, now I want to know. What did you do? Were you tired? Was it were you a bad staff? Were you a bad staff?
So the thing is, I've always been such a crafty.
So you will leave work and do
No. So I've always been such a smart babe, and I was writing. I just left school, and I saw this application for a job, a content marketing manager. They needed 2 years of experience. I didn't have experience, and then I applied, and I can talk my way out of anything. I was very sharp. I said, I've done this before. God, if I am myself, God.
Stop people. I've done it before.
As I swear to God, like, have you worked for? I said, I've worked. I still packaged everything. It was like a 2K job. They gave me the job, but I entered. Like,
wait, 2K as in $2,000
a month.
Why did you lied because of the money?
You
just talk true. Yeah, I know.
It was good money. This was 6 months after I left uni.
No, I understand it. I probably wouldn't do it because I'm very finicky about my name. No, especially if I know you will catch me and I know I've not done it before. I will go and find somebody else.
You know why this thing wasn't a big deal? Because I feel like in life and in career, people lie.
Yes.
And it wasn't a bad lie. I didn't lie too much.
Yeah.
It was...
You just embellished.
It's a package lie.
Wait, can I ask you, why didn't you consider, okay, I will take this job. Sure, it was remote. I'll take the job, but then I'll outsource to someone who knows what they're doing.
Let me tell you something about the company. Now, it wasn't a meeting. I think the company is this very strict company. They will time you.
They have policies.
Now, when they are timing, they will be taking screenshots.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? I still had freelance roles, like 3.
Wait. So on top of your line, you beat off more than you can. This is such a... This and Toba should be best friends. People have the same behavior.
So I beat off more than I could chew.
Like 3 times. You beat off 3 times more than you can chew.
Those 3 ones, I could do it. But then... So I was... In combination, I was only like 5, 6. But guess what? I was dying. Because the role was...
Wait, when you were growing up, did you have long throats?
No, I love money.
You say no now, you say yes.
No, I love money. And that's why I know that I'll be very good in business. I love money.
6K.
So
and
I
you
was
were still
earning 5, 6. But guess what? I was dying.
How would you die?
The role was abroad. So I was working from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Wait, all the roles were abroad. Please tell me.
Zones.
You like money too much. That's why.
Different
you are not looking for, I just want 5K to survive. Your problem was not a 5K problem.
No.
No. She wanted to live soft life.
Okay.
But the life wasn't soft.
It wasn't so. You cannot be soft.
Like, so I had the money in my bank account, and every day I'm like. So when they fired me, I was grateful. I cried because I'm like, yeah, this money.
You sleep well for the first night.
I didn't sleep well. I cried. The money. Because I did thought, like, there was so much thinking, like, yeah, I can travel to this. So, like, 1 month just destabilized my entire... So, after I got fired...
Wait, but you got 2K for 2 months. You are lucky.
2K for 1 month.
You did just 1 month?
For a month.
And you are lucky. At least you got free 2K. Did you do the job?
I did the job. I tried my best. I tried my best. But the company scammed me. See why I say everybody... You see why I say everybody are liars? I could have done the job. The company also scammed me. Now the company came and they said it's just 1 job. Until I went there and realized that the company has 6 babies.
That one, you should know this thing now. We're Nigerians in Nigeria. You should know this thing.
They're not a Nigerian company.
Even though they are hiring Nigerian for a reason. We can handle it.
They told me that it was just 1 company. 1 company I would have been fine. Now, I didn't have experience.
They have subsidiaries.
They had 6 babies. Only for me.
I mean, that sounds like something we can relate to.
Only for me to come in and the onboarding. I mean, this is our new product. I'm like, there's another one. Emailing.
To be fair.
There's another one.
Adeife, wait.
I would have done 1 perfectly if it was just 1. I would have done 1. Just because I didn't have experience. I applied for the job because I knew I could do the job.
Actually.
Right? If it was just one company,
it will not be so.
I would have figured it out. Or 2, 6.
Yeah, I mean, factor in the fact that
when we give
birth,
most people don't give birth to just one child. You have like
like
4, 5, 6.
6. So I tried my best, but after I got fired, and it was at that moment I knew I would never work a 9 to 5 again. I said I would never do this.
The heartbreak was too much for the stress.
To be honest, I just felt like I could make more on my own. That was it. Like I was like, the 2K was good. If I was working for 6 different freelance companies, I would have made 12K. Not that deep. So it wasn't worth it for me. So I went straight into freelance. I learned my mistake that maybe next time don't lie again. I actually went to learn the job. I worked with a SaaS company, actually understood the job.
And loved it.
Good. And then social media came. That same year after I got fired. I got fired in April. Social media came in August.
Okay.
Yeah. No, April. I got the job in April. I got fired in May. And social media came in August. And social media came, I was still doing my work. It was good until last year. Then I quit. I just quit everything. And I decided to go all in.
For your freelance jobs?
Everything. I decided to go all in.
The stress was too much.
It wasn't too much. I just felt like when you've outgrown something. I felt like I had grown that phase of my life. And it was already getting boring.
Please tell me that before you quit, you had some money in the bank.
Not really.
So
basically, I'm such a risk taker. I take risks all the time. Even when
I
moved. No, when I moved to my God is my backing.
Okay.
When I moved to my apartment, I had no money in my account. My grandma, everybody, because I was staying with my grandma, everybody was like, Adeife, why? I had like 100K. And I moved. Everybody was like, Adeife, why?
You don't like food?
I love food. So it was like a risk. So it's just me saying, God, I've made this decision. I follow my intuition a lot. I've made this decision. Please perfect this. I don't want to go back to my grandma's place to beg.
As in,
that was it.
Because it go be like this.
That was it. So when I left and I said, you know what? I've outgrown this freelancing thing. I don't want to do it again. I had no jobs. I wasn't even applying because I already got tired, like genuinely. And I said, you know what? I don't want to write again. I love social media. I think I'm good with social media. I can consult for other brands and do social media strategy. And that is what I started doing. And it's been going well. It's been going really well. I think I've made the most money now than I've ever made freelancing. So I mean, sometimes it's good to take risks.
No, I mean, I'm great. I'm great with that. I understand that. I mean, I have a very healthy appetite for risk. It's easy for me because I don't have shame. I can go back to my daddy and say, I can go back to my husband and say, I'm sorry, you'll see this thing I tried, it did not work. So I'm home. I'm back home. The prodigal daughter has returned. But for someone who, one, doesn't want to go back home, and you're willing to fly that much.
You know when they say something, I feel like when you have a plan B is when you relax. When you know that it's either this way or
all die here. Like this is where today. This is where we are doing it.
Exactly. When I moved to Lagos, I was supposed to go back to NYC, so to learn for my NYC redeploy. I came to Lagos once and I said, Daddy, I think this is where I'm going to be. My daddy was like, you don't even have money. I said, I know I don't have money. I stayed with my grandma for a year. I moved from my grandma's place. I didn't have money. I moved to my house. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Wow.
I guess different things.
Different strokes for different folks. I mean, I always have to know that or more at the end of this month or on this day.
Yeah, it's something else. So I think the biggest risk you take is the ones that you don't have anything. So like every time, even when we hosted our event last year, we didn't have the money. I was like, we don't have, but I want this thing to happen, and it's gonna happen. How is it gonna happen? I don't know. Is it gonna happen? Yes.
You have a lot of faith.
I do. I
have faith, but you know the kind of faith where, okay, I know this headache is when we pray about it, but I will hold another just in case.
No, I serve a living God. I would say if money is my problem, it's not a problem.
Okay. So Adeife, since you launched out in faith into business fully since last year, can you highlight some of the challenges that the business has encountered?
Oh, God.
I don't think it has been a smooth journey between then and now. So also because we want people to understand that they are not alone in the challenges they are going through in their businesses. We want people who are not even there yet to know that it will not always be a smooth journey. I mean, someone said there's always a problem to face in businesses, and so can you highlight some of those and tell us how.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem I faced in my business was myself, which is so a lot of business owners will not tell you because of ego, and you're like, oh my God, I don't have any problem. Yeah, I think sometimes you hold yourself back. I'm so good with strategy, so beautiful. The organizing part
and the
execution part, yeah, maybe not so good, right? And it was so hard for me to come to terms with that
and accept that. Okay, so this thing
maybe
is not your strength.
I am not the best at this thing, right? So for months I was recently I was like, yeah, maybe I'm not the best, and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes we are in our own way. So it just, the biggest problem I faced was basically myself. So I'm good with strategy. I can come up with money ideas. I can come up with ideas. But I need someone to take those thoughts and organize it.
You told me that you were hiring. Yeah. I'm guessing that was it.
Yes, I was like, I need someone because I was trying to do it. Yeah, it wasn't working out. And the business was going down. So it's like, yeah, that was the first problem. Then the second problem I faced was finding people that actually want to do the job. So difficult. I don't know why. People that not just want to do the job but understand your process and your journey and the goal
and your vision. Okay, so what exactly was your issue with that? Was it finding the people, or you found them and they didn't fit, or you felt like
find people and they don't even want to do the job?
They want the money.
Yeah, like
but they don't want to do the job.
You know, when you are fasting, and I fast things, and I don't expect people to take my businesses as seriously as I do. It's my business, it's not their business. I get that, but at least put in 50%, please. Can you?
At least give me something to work with.
Yeah. So it was very hard
finding people. This is two-pronged, right? We've had people that say, if you don't find people, the people you're looking for, maybe you're the problem. Right. We've also had people that say, and I'm guessing when you talk about hiring, you're talking about in this climb, right?
Yeah.
Probably the Gen Zs. We've had people that say these people are very okay to work with.
No, Gen Zs are good to work with. Now, I think the issue is, and I also take account, like I said, I'm very good with accountability. I also take accountability for the fact that maybe I am the problem. Maybe it's me that doesn't have like the best processes, because the people are as good as your process that you put in place for them, right? And the systems that you put in place for them. Maybe we don't have that. And I acknowledge the fact. That was why I was like, you know what, I need to bring a consultant in to help us with our processes. So like I said, when I said the biggest problem was myself. And it's the truth. You know, there's so many things that maybe if I had gone out of the way, it would have worked.
If but you had gone out of your own way.
Yeah,
I agree with her on that.
I was trying to, you know, toughen it out. But sometimes a lot of things don't. It's like, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. Yeah, maybe operations is not my biggest strength. That's fine.
I like that.
Thing about leadership, being able to delegate your weaknesses. Sometimes even your strength, being able to delegate. I can't remember if it was one of our prior conversations that one of the guests was talking about being able to let go and trust. Let go, trust your people, do it,
and let them own things.
So what I've been doing recently, we've been struggling to hire a community manager. We hired community managers before, and oh my God, it was bad. The process was bad. So my sister is very good with managing and operation, and she works with me in marketing. And then I just said, you know what, I think you're very good at this. I hired these people. And she hired the best people. They are good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the problem.
So I think a lot of businesses, especially young businesses, have that problem, right? You kind of, because it's your baby and it's still growing, you want to micromanage every aspect of it. Forgetting that. So I tell people, if I'm going to hire you, you have to have something that I'm looking for that I probably don't have.
Yeah.
And if you hire someone who is smarter than you in this aspect, just let them own it.
Yeah.
Right? It's something a lot of businesses learn the hard way, right? Just, it's okay to say, I'm handing this over to you. It is your responsibility. And if you fail at it, I can come in and guide, but I'm letting you own it. It also gives your staff a sense of accountability. Like, you know, when you can say, okay, you not take my business like you will take your own, but if I give you this and you own this, most people will actually handle it like they will handle theirs, right? Yeah. So sometimes it's actually the business owner.
Yeah.
It's you getting out of your own way. It's you learning not to. I know a lot of startup CEOs that are extreme micromanagers. They
I
want
was
to
falling
be
into
in
that.
product. They want to be in
was
marketing.
in everything.
They
I
want
was
to be
in
in sales.
everything.
Exactly.
Because it's
And
my
that's the
baby. And I'm like,
problem.
oh my God, I need to. It got to a point that my boyfriend would say, it's like you marry your business now.
It's true now.
Because I wasn't doing anything. Like I wasn't even creating content. I just found myself
Just
morning,
trying to do
afternoon,
everything.
night. It's like,
Always
oh my
tense,
God,
always-
always checking my business. I'm like,
But you see, I think it's like a baby.
it's like a
If
baby.
you want to, you allow them to fall.
Yeah.
They will fall.
And will
They
stand
might
up.
cry or they might not cry. They will stand up. But if you're always, the baby will never do it. They'll just be solely dependent on you. And then God forbid something happens to you, the business dies.
Yes.
And I think we've learned that already.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right, that makes sense.
So that was
just to add one or two things to that as well. I don't know. So, especially for the creative people, and you're trying to put together a team, there is that tendency, like we have already noted, that you feel like you have the best creative idea, or you feel like you have the best idea on how to make this particular thing work. So even when your so-called hires, the people you are paying every month to do the job, they have something to say, you still feel like no,
my own is.
I
I'll still rather go with what I
I'm like,
want.
Nami Sabi pass.
Is the Nami Sabi pass thing? Yeah.
Even in trying to guide them, I realize one thing people tend to do is they mold that person's idea so much so that it becomes
like
their own.
I've had this experience for where someone I did some content and they had I don't want to call it evolution or mutation. They had mutated the content so much. And you see, it's one thing. Imagine if I was a green person that didn't know her onions, I'll start doubting myself. But I had come to the point where I had written for organizations, multi-million-dollar organizations. So I knew my job. But then they had twisted it to the point where this was definitely not me. And I just told them, respectfully sent a mail. I was like, you know what? I think you guys should publish it, but don't put my name on it. Because people who know me know how I write. And I won't write like this. I will not use this kind of language, this kind of inflections. This is no longer me. It might have been the original idea, but you've twisted it so much that that idea
modified
has... So you can have it. You don't even need to pay, but don't put my name on it. And it's fine.
Makes sense.
Adeife, let's talk about businesses out there. You service some of these businesses, as in you render one form of service or the other to them. How do you think businesses can craft compelling stories, that resonates with people, the kind of people they are trying to reach? How
I think there's one thing that we in our business do differently that a lot of businesses that I see don't do is make your audience the hero of your story. I think people don't realize this. Everybody watches something just because they can see themselves in it. People are inherently selfish. Nobody cares about your product, your service.
They're just self-absorbed and self-centered. If it's not helping me,
if you're not making your audience the hero of your story, it means you're the hero of your story and nobody cares. So you want to be the person that nudges the hero. So if you're watching these like superhero movies and there's a hero that has a problem, and there's a side, and there's someone that is like the hero is now falling back and like I don't know what to do. The person like
there's a sidekick.
Do you remember what you know what to do?
That is always the sidekick.
That is the business.
There's the Batman and there's the Robin.
You are not the hero. Let's not make that mistake. Your product is never the hero. The customers are the hero. That is why whenever you're doing your marketing, it's always I. Nobody cares. Can you make it about them? It's when I can see myself in that story that I'm like, okay, let me buy. If I can't see myself in your story, well, I'm like, okay, they are selling fine shoe.
Okay.
But if I can't see someone like me wearing that shoe or envision myself in that shoe, it's like, oh, they're fine.
I'm swiping. Let's move on.
So when you're telling your story as a business, you want to make sure that your customers, your target audience, they are the hero of your story. It's about them. It's about you. We are just here helping you get to your goal. Do you want to lose weight? This is how you want to look, right? We have this product that can help you look like the way you want to look. Not, our product is the best. Our product is the day. Nobody cares.
Our product can do this and this and this and that. But then what does it do for me?
What does it do for me? Like, okay. Okay, fine.
The product is fine. Okay, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, the price
Do
is
you
okay.
want
Yeah,
to
let's
look
fine.
like this actress? She's so beautiful. I can
Mhm.
see it. There's this product that I know. If you use it, their ears
Get
like,
J-Lo's body in
they're like-
7 days.
they're like,
Mhm.
so it's now.
If I use it, I will look like J-Lo
So
in
it's
7 days.
about them. It's about them, not about the product, not about the. So a lot of brands, whenever they are writing their messaging or everything, it's always we have the kiniko.
We are the,
See, in
we
fact,
are the
here's
best.
my
We are.
rule of this thing, rule of thumb. The numbers of high, if it's if it's too much, we
are switching.
switch it. You already start, you're writing
yourself already.
rubbish. You're writing nonsense. Like, can you please change it? If the eyes are more than the use, change it. It's self-absorbed.
It's no longer about
It's no
the
longer
customer.
Change it. It's no longer about the customer.
I think that's something very important for businesses to take note of, actually. And I mean, I think it's a we all have that selfish.
Everyone has a business.
Everybody has
it's a subconscious thing. It takes a lot of intentionality for a business to go from selling to offering value.
Yeah.
And most businesses are very salesy.
Yes, you don't want to sell.
We just want to let you need to buy immediately. They forget that if you offer value, I would automatically buy. Like someone like me, even if you don't sell to me, if you offer me value, I will ask you, are you selling? Like, even if you've not sold before, will you consider selling? Like, I've had people that I've had conversations with, and I realize this person has something I want.
Yeah.
And they're offering this, they're just giving me advice. And I tell you, if I give you so and so, can you give, or this amount, can you give me 1 hour of uninterrupted time to just teach me this thing? I'm very like that. So I can imagine, and I know because I know it will help me, right? So I can imagine how much more mass.
And today we're going to, we're in ShopRite, and you know these people that are selling food, we're come and buy for us, we have chicken chips, we have the, and I was like, you see, this kind of marketing is the worst thing you can do in this world.
Because I'll get angry.
Customers already know what they want to buy. You don't need to. Customers already know what they want to buy. You don't need to. You see, convince marketing.
It's like you do water marketing. Everybody's calling, Auntie, come now.
In fact, it makes me more annoyed. Because it's like,
you just automatically be angry because it's too aggressive.
Why are you calling me?
It's too direct. Why it's too aggressive.
So what you need to do is to tap into customers' innate desires. Now, I'm hungry. I'm just seeing one very nice ad. I'm like,
and suddenly I'm craving. This is what I'm craving.
I want that. Rather than, hey, chicken and chips. They're touching me like,
because I mean, I've bought things before that I've never tasted because a friend of mine tasted and said it's really nice.
Yes, because you know,
it's an experience.
Exactly. And customers trust other customers. Right, that's why there's user-generated content.
I don't buy anything without, you must have done this thing before.
I
must have somebody you sold to.
So that's why I'm saying you should make the customers you. So instead of you talking about yourself, let other customers talk about you. Customers trust themselves.
Actually,
they don't trust customers.
Because
don't
if
trust
I didn't enjoy it, I would not be telling you.
Because in our mind, we are wired that businesses are going to sell to us. So it's like,
after this, what else do you have?
So even if I see a very good advert, I'm like, advertini. But when I see another customer saying, oh my God, I use this thing, it sells more. Because it's like, oh, okay. But if I see you as a brand putting on very, very, I'm like, you might not, what I ordered versus what I got. But if I see someone else, like let's say you're selling a wig, right? If I see a brand right now talking about their wigs, I probably will not buy it. Because I'm like, it's advert. But if I see somebody
wearing it, I'm like, oh, this is nice. Did you get? Let me go there.
So user-generated content is also very good as well with brands.
So speaking of
against you, we got an office space recently and we tried to get a lease for the office space. We got an office space for this amount and we're like, okay, can we get a lease at least for that amount? Only for the landlord to say, no, it's not possible because next year you can add like 1 million on it because of the economy and dollar will come up. And we're like, how are you so sure dollar will come up? You say, it will come up.
You already know. Like I know,
like, can you see how there's some things that shouldn't be that expensive? I feel like even me right now as a small business, there's some things I should have access to.
That you don't.
Because, for instance, I registered Adeife as an LLC in the US. Immediately I registered it through Stripe Atlas. I had access to so many things. Notion for free, banks, discount on stuff. Discount, It was like an array of things. I did my CAC, LTD, Adeife, and this to remote worker. Where is it? Where's my
anything,
discount?
you start seeing the things you have, the bills you have to pay suddenly.
Right?
Yeah.
But just there, because you're a startup there, they'll be like, okay, you can accept Notion for 6 months free. You don't have to pay. You can do this one for this one. They gave me 1,000 clinical credits for my Airtable. They gave me stuff, so I didn't have to pay for stuff. Because I had I think Miro for free.
Wow.
A lot of tools.
I think it works better there, because even as students and lecturers, for the fact that you're a lecturer in this school or a student, you have free access for Canva, free access for basic stuff that you would need.
So because of I registered, a lot of things I used during that time free. Webflow free to design your website, to get a US number for free.
Wow.
In fact, why am I even not checking it? Like, it was a lot of things. I was just seeing different
Offers.
things. Offers for free, just because I registered my business LLC in the US. And then I have 2 businesses registered right now, LTD. It's billing upon billing.
It's billing, as in immediately you ready, the first thing you will just see is a lot of billing.
So, and there's nothing like, okay, right now I'm in Nigerian business, why do I have to pay through my teeth for different tools? Why is there not like stuff like, okay, as a startup you can get like slash the price for 6 months, for slash the price. All those things are available there, right? They are all available there. In fact, I think you have Zoho for free. There's one thing that I was on live with this guy, Dimeji, and was talking about all that things that you have for free just because you're a startup. It just give you stuff. But in Nigeria, their own is just to collect more and more and more.
You have to contribute your quota.
Barely even making it
much, right? So how do I even, if I've not even started and I'm hitting this many roadblocks?
Yes.
How do I grow? How do I scale?
Yeah, because for every little thing you have to pay.
And then for every step you take, there's even more billing.
More billing.
You struggle through that. You move enough. Like they're waiting for you at the door.
So,
but how are you navigating that? How are you making?
To be honest, it's just God. Like I would say it's just God, and I would just say, I'm not even gonna lie, it's still God. At this point, it's God. I feel like I'm blessed in a way because unlike with other businesses, I think we never struggled to get customers for my business, just because, and that's the good thing about being online. We never really struggled to get customers. We launched our paid service in December. In like 3 weeks, we got like 1,800 customers. It was crazy. So we never really struggled. Because of that, we have felt it, but not really.
But you see, there are businesses that are not
revenue coming in.
There are businesses that are not Adeife, right?
Yeah.
That are not just having it easy.
Yes.
That have to factor in,
I know.
not even just struggle, factor in paying these bills, factor in policies, factor in marketing, factor in OPEX. There are so many things they have to do, and they still need to find ways to get clients.
Yeah.
You see, not everybody has that, I have grace and I'm blessed thing. Some people have to, for people who go to church every day, or pray 5 times a day in mosque, still have to struggle.
Yeah. Fair
right?
enough. Yeah.
So I think for those businesses, I usually say, if you're looking, I believe in communities a lot. There are communities that would always have some resource you need. I tell marketers that for marketers, there are a lot of WhatsApp Telegram communities that help you if you're a growing marketer. Same thing for people in tech industry, even for remote workers, for virtual assistants. There are always communities that can help you network. And then I'm always big on, if you're starting a business,
I mean, we have one of
start
those
with your
communities anyway.
yeah, we do. You get so. We have for developers that we use to help you. Any resource you need, we will give it to you, right? I always tell businesses that if you're starting, before you even start running through an entire marketing strategy and pouring all your money into it, especially when you don't even have funds, look around you. If you're selling something, a product or a service that the people around you do not need, you're not selling yet.
Yes, you're not selling.
Because you will sell to the people around you before you branch out.
Yeah, sure.
So I keep saying, like, before I joined Ercas, when I first heard about it, it was value to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can plug this in. This is something I can use. So it is easy to sell to a friend what I know I can use. It is harder to sell to someone something that you've not sold within your network.
Yeah, true.
You get, so how do you push it out there, right? Because I keep telling people that, you see, for a lot of, how I put it, 30 under 30 CEOs, 30 under 30, 30 under, and if you look at the trend, there's a lot of people who can't afford to take these risks because they have, if they fall, people can catch. There's trampoline, people can catch them. And that's the way the world works.
Yeah.
They have parents, they have uncles, they have a network of people that will not let you hit the ground. And then for all those ones, there are thousands who do not have that cushion.
Yeah.
There's no cushion for them. So it becomes harder for them to take risks.
Yeah.
If you're not taking risk in business, you're not growing. Right? So it now becomes a conversation of grit. Do I have the determination? Do I have the push? I will push through this thing because I want success. We were talking to a speaker and he said, you see, as much as people say at times you get tired, just keep hitting. Consistency, just keep being consistent. Evolve, grow, be consistent, Eventually, you start seeing and something, it's a sign, and tells you to play. And then the sign becomes like a close was slow, right? And then you say, okay, let's start coming in. And I don't think that I'm doing business that you can do a lot better. They just in the focus on consistency, quality, and content. They will tell you I'm not one naira, but I'm being consistent with my quality and my content. So I try to tell people that before you, especially if you're a small business, you don't have a lot of funding. Before you go into pouring money on promotions, look at giving people very good quality and being consistent about it. Then just put it out there. You see, sometimes it can be 2 years of hard work, and then one day it will just pick up. Like you said, you saw yourself on Why Niger or something. It takes just that one thing, and then you're out there.
Fair enough. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, this has been a very interesting conversation, and I'm sure businesses,
even freelancers,
freelancers can pick one thing or the other. But before we go, Adeife, what would be your final word to people out there, businesses, freelancers? Everybody wants to better their lot.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it's all about. But what's that final thing you want to drop with them before you leave?
To be honest, I think don't play with social media. It will change your life. There's one thing that has really helped my business. I was on TikTok live the other day. Fun, just joking. I was like, what if we launch a product? In 2 days, we got 400 customers. I was just joking. Yeah. And that is just the power of social media. I think the good thing with social media is it connects you to a global network. So you think your network is small like this, it can
until you
expand
say it, and then you say a lot of people need this thing,
right? So that is the power of social media. I have a friend last year. She was like, "Oh my God, we made 300 million." Doing what? Selling wig. Wow. Social media. And she was like, social media will change your life. TikTok will change your life. So if you're a business, you don't have so much money, but you still want to put yourself out there, don't sleep on social media. Social media would genuinely change your life, genuinely change your story, change your life. With social media, especially when you do organic marketing, right, you don't even have to spend money on ads. It is that crazy. Because I didn't spend money on ads to get 400 customers.
I know I said final word, but this that you said now, I think just brings one or two questions in people's minds. What are you doing differently? What is the person who made 300 million
doing differently from the person that is
doing
social media?
I think it's still all in the story that you tell and customers seeing them. So what she was saying when I asked her the other day, I was like, how did you do it? She was like, oh yeah, I think here's the problem. A lot of business owners are delusional, very delusional. You have an audience, especially when you have an audience like me, but it got to a point I was very delusional. There's a way you want your audience to be, how much you want them to have, and it's how much they actually really have. Right? You need to know your audience, really. Let's say you have audience of young people that don't have more than 50K in their account, and then you're bringing out a product of 1 million. Who will buy it?
They will like it and move on.
They will like it. Oh, wow. I wish.
They'll save it for like future.
Like a mismatch. It just doesn't. So what she said, she was like, she saw people selling wigs of 1 million, 2 million. She was like, my own audience cannot afford this, Let me get them very beautiful wigs for like 30K.
Wow.
Nice.
Can you see how she knew our audience? Gave them a product that they like. They want to be able to buy wigs, but they can't afford 1 million, but they can afford 30K. That was it. Beautiful product. So if you're creating content, there's a way you want your audience to be. There's a way they actually have. You have to know your audience, right? I don't believe in launching product before you find audience. I believe in creating content first, then you launch something for the audience you built. Because there's a way, sometimes you want to attract sophisticated,
but what
and maybe you don't attract that. And that's okay. Now, what can you give to the people that you've attracted?
While you're waiting for
me,
the
I
ones you
sell
want
to
to
everybody.
attract.
In fact, somebody said, why will you be selling 4,000 naira product? I said, because I have students. Yes. Right? And I also have coaching.
And you need to
for
give them
founders.
something.
I have coaching for founders that spans like 300, 500K. They cannot, students can't afford that. I'm well aware. But I have 4K products. But it's for everybody. There's something for you. Don't worry. You will not leave my place without paying money. You have to drop.
I like that. I like that idea. That's Igbo marketing. You will not leave here without buying something.
Is it 2K?
This one is too much. Oh, yeah, we have this one.
Is it 1K? For you? Come. Right? And that happened because there was a time I was thinking I wanted my audience to be like the most sophisticated. So I would sell product of like 100K, 200K. And like 2 people will buy.
In a month.
In like 2 months. No, but then I realized that, maybe I'm being delusional about my audience. Yeah. Because then I went to check my analytics. My audience are like 18, 26 women. And right now we know men have more money than women. And I mean pack women plenty like this.
Actually.
And that means one thing. They want to learn, they don't have so much money. Now, how can I create a product that wouldn't take so much time from me, scalable, I can sell for low,
still give them value.
Will give them value, but I wouldn't feel like I'm overextending myself. I was like, oh shit. And then we came up with a community. In 3 weeks, 1,800 members. In fact, more, we had to close it. That is what happens when they call it product market fit, or like product market fit. Like, it's just exactly. So the thing with social media is, I would say, when you're creating content on social media, tell your story, build an audience, look at your audience, create something for your audience. What makes business stand the test of time is a business that is adaptable. Don't say, oh, it's this product I have, and that's what I'm going to stand.
This is what we continue selling until
even Amazon changes.
Yeah.
Even Meta. They brought out glass. They brought out... What have they not brought out?
Glass.
They have glasses. What do they not have? No, seriously. What makes a business stand the test of time? Be adaptable. Change. So don't say, oh, we are selling this and it's not set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. That's why you're a business person. Your brain should be working like this. So now you're on social media, you've built an audience. Okay. It's like you people and then they're asking you something recurring, but yet you don't have it. Create it now. You must still have it.
Answer them. Give them what they want.
So my own is when people are asking me something, I'm like, Sometimes
Maybe
I didn't even know. And another thing is, customers will tell you what they want.
That's true.
They always tell you what they want. You are selling, let's say, Aquafina. Customers say they don't want.
We want pure water.
And they're always asking you. But now you're like, no, it's Aquafina. You've lost. Listen to your customers. Listen to your audience. You don't need a very large audience to make sales. Listen to your customers. Listen to your audience. Talk to them. Share your story. It has to be a
relationship.
A two-way conversation. Social media is not a one-way conversation. You drop information, they give you feedback, you take it, you drop another one. A two-way conversation. Oh, you people did not like that product. How can we improve? Oh, okay. It's 5K that people can afford that. Oh, okay.
We'll give you something that works for 5K too. Yeah.
Until the day I saw was not Bailey's in sachet. I was like, oh, very good.
You got an idea very good. Without that, I knew, okay, Nigeria has hit it. We have gotten
But
here.
You know what that means? Is that business is adaptable. People cannot afford Bailey's, but sachet.
But you see that sachet?
People, they buy them. So would they not stick to big Baileys? So there's still big Baileys. Sachet Baileys. People that cannot afford big Baileys that still want to drink Baileys.
We buy sachet.
Buy sachet. Do you understand?
That's beautiful.
You need to give your audience what they want. Don't force your audience. You can't force me to buy, but if I don't want it.
Even if I want it, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Exactly. You can't force me.
Listen to your audience. It's a two-way conversation. Create something for them. Don't say, oh, this is the way we... Go back and create something for them. They want it, create something for them. And then you say that you make sales. A lot of time when people are struggling to make sales, they've not found fit.
Yeah.
There's something missing.
They don't have a product market fit.
They've
There's
not found
something
fit. Is
wrong
it that
there.
they are marketing to the wrong people? Or people don't just want that product. Yes.
Or they're not building for the people they have.
So if you're marketing to the wrong people, change it. If people don't want your product, change it. So that is where a two-way conversation comes in. You shouldn't market something if you're marketing something for 3 months straight, nobody's buying it, there's a problem. Switch it up. There's a problem. There's something wrong with your marketing. Is either you're talking to the wrong people or nobody wants your product. Or there's sometimes you release something. You think there's need for it. Nobody cares. There's no need for this thing. Right? And that is where, for me, I like to do like these pre-order things. I never launch a product without selling it first. I will not waste my time. Such a time waster. So I will spend 2 months building a product for you to say you don't want, God forbid. I always try to test the market by saying, like the community, people pay for the community a month before the community launched. Do you guys want it? Oh, you want it? Oh, yeah, sign up for waitlist. Please pay. Okay, people don't pay the full money. It's 50, you can pay 25. So when you see people pay, it means they want it. Then you cannot start developing. Don't waste your time developing without selling first. There should be something that people are saying, I want this. Because you can waste your time, effort, money for something that people don't even care about. That is why it's always a two-way conversation.
That doesn't fix their immediate pain.
Ask them. Oh, okay, so what are you looking for? I always ask on my stories, what are you looking for? What do you guys want me to give you? If I was to sell you something, what do you want? I had to take it. I'm like, okay, I'm coming up with a product now. Will you buy? I will buy. I sign up for this wait list. Even the product I say I launched, that I got from it's not ready. It's not ready. I already told them, and if everybody paid, there's fit. If nobody paid, I take my losses and I will not release it. I didn't lose. So the issue is when you're launching something without even asking people that want to buy, do you even want to buy? So that's the issue. I will never launch without asking. I will not waste my time. I will not waste my money. I will not waste my sleep.
Energy,
I will not waste my energy. So that day I launched, I posted in the community, will you guys buy? And it was not buy, will you guys buy with mouth? Drop something. Because people can say, I want to buy, and they will not buy.
And they will not buy.
They dropped. I saw people bought, and I'm like, okay, this is a star product. Let's go all in it. Right? That's how you find star products. But you launching without information from your customers, you've made the mistake. You should never launch like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. That's something that every business owner should have in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ife. This has been wonderful.
Very wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We have had a very wonderful time. See you guys in another episode.